I don't want children being focused, having their attention distracted from actual learning. If we're gonna talk about history, let's talk about history. But if we're gonna bring in subjective material into the classroom, that is the problem that has some parents upset in the United States. And that's the concern that we need to think about. That is not a free speech issue, because students are a captive audience. They don't get to leave. Adults, we can walk out anytime we want to. The kids cannot. Should material like this be in a mathematics textbook that will go before students between the age who might be taking math lessons somewhere in middle school, 5th grade, or even 9th grade? Should this bar graph talking about implicit bias or racial bias be included in a mathematics textbook, not just in the state of Florida, but in any state in the union? Panelists, what is your answer? Not all at once, y'all. Come on. Who's going first?
I don't mind going first. Thank you for the question.
Sure.
And I look forward to hearing the responses from the rest of the panel. You've given us a little bar graph here. This is out of a textbook.
This is out of the textbook.
Okay.
This is an example of what Florida released about why they didn't adopt a math textbook.
Yeah, so do we agree that racial prejudice exists?
Dr. Whitfield, the question is, should this be in a mathematics textbook?
Is there math in this textbook? Is disseminating a bar graph part of a student learning math?
Dr. Whitfield, should we be talking about implicit bias in mathematics, or should we be talking about actual math skills?
It just so happens, I would dare say they are learning math skills. It just so happens that, again, this may be something that certain people view as uncomfortable. But racial prejudice is a real thing. And I dare say our students get that, they understand that. So to say that just because something says something about bias or racial prejudice, as the professor has said, like, we can't just remove that because we're trying to talk about something that can make some people feel uncomfortable. And I dare say if people feel uncomfortable, oftentimes there's a reason for that, and maybe that's what's needed to move forward.
Dr. Whitfield, I got to go to some other people because I got 28 seconds left.
For sure.
That's how congressional hearings work. I would love to have this extended conversation with
absolutely.
you. Ms. Nossel?
I saw this graph, and I found it surprising and frankly inappropriate for a math textbook. I thought there was a risk that this was going to stoke division, detract from the lesson. Whether the entire panoply of math books, should have been rejected for this one chart, I think is a different question. Could this chart have been modified or changed? I think that is what we should focus on, where the processes followed, where educators consulted. But, I understand what you're saying. I think, we're all concerned about a polarized environment. We're concerned about how to keep our kids focused on learning and achievement, and something that risks detracting from that, I don't think belongs there.